the middle. She got the vibe, she got the power, she got everything you'll ever need. She got the hunger.
This is the Eve Show.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. Today I have chairperson. He's going to introduce himself. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, Iblora. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, introduce yourself for my viewers to know your name and what you do for a living.
My name is Omar Farah. I'm the chairperson of the Kenyan community. I've been in this environment for the last 18 years. I work as cyber security.
How has it been?
Interesting. Worth living. It's been a nice opportunity for me.
Begin with your journey from Kenya. How was it from Kenya? Kuja hapa, kulikuwa na mapicha mingi ama ilikuwa rahisi?
Yeah, like going to a new place, coming to Doha wasn't a decision that you could just make in a day. When I took that flight, I came here as a security guard. I worked as a security guard for 5 years. And the triggers of security guarding are working more than 8 hours, and culture change. People have to behave in a manner likely to make you feel the need. But slowly I came to understand that, look, we come from different cultures and therefore
Wow, I didn't know you started as a security. I thought that would be answer to chairperson. So, from there, how was the journey being a security? Alafu pressing forward, ukaona change your position.
Actually, the chairperson position is not a position which is paid for. It is a position which is pro bono, voluntary. It came at some few months before Corona, actually. When I worked with the security company for 5 years, then I transitioned into banking for 7 years. And now I've been with the Minister of Finance for the last 4 years. So I'm working with the government.
That is really nice. Staying in Qatar, has it been a challenge? Which challenge have you faced?
The first challenge being a country which has a different language of communication. Arabic has been a challenge as a language. Luckily, at least I know a bit of Swahili, so some words in Arabic cannot pass me. But I cannot comfortably say that I have been good in that language. At this moment in time, I'm able to converse a little, but that was the biggest challenge because it's the language of instruction.
So say something like in Arabic, when you know Arabic language, like...
The first thing in Arabic is language, is communication, which is greeting. When you meet a person, you will give them a greeting of peace, which is Assalamu alaikum. And their feedback will be Walaikum Assalam, Kaif Halik. And then they will answer based on the situation they are in. If it is okay, they will say Kwes. If it is not okay, they will say Mishmash or Mafi Shay, something like that.
Only country you've stayed is only Qatar, or you've stayed in another country?
Before coming to Qatar, I went to Saudi. I stayed in Saudi for 2 years. So, looking at my journey in the Middle East, total number of years is 20 years. So I'm actually cultured.
Umependa sana huku, you don't miss back home Kenya?
I do miss home. I normally go home every now and then. But luckily enough, when I started working with the government, my family joined me. So sometimes when people ask you about home, you normally consider home is where your family is. And if they are here, going home now is going for the larger family. Yeah.
You have a lovely family, by the way.
I appreciate. I mean, God gave me these people to love, so I have to love them the way they are.
So, basically when you're working, I know it's very, sometimes it can be a tight schedule. How will you like comprehend kind of family and also job schedule?
Actually, working with government is a blessing in itself, because you go to work at 7 and you come back at maybe by 2:30 you are home, or maybe 3. So you have time with your family to some extent. Maybe because of being a chairperson, I'm engaged somehow. When I come back from work, there might be someone in trouble somewhere. I need to go and check them. So that's the only thing that is taking some of my time away from family. But as far as work is concerned, work timing is very good. Yeah, and I have 2 days in a week which I can utilize for my own resting and relaxation.
About your family, like relation with the family, how is it?
It's been tricky because most of the time I wasn't staying with them. I was working. If I have to take my life back, because Qatar was not my first place to work. I initially worked with the Air Force, sometimes back in from 1993 all the way to 2001. So working with the government in the military was a bit tricky because you cannot be able to actually be available with the family. So most of the time when I was with the military, it was tricky. Then I left the military. I went to a place in a hotel which was called White Sands. I worked for 2 years there. At least I was with family that time, so we were actually bonding. Then I left. I went to Saudi. Again, that is far away from family. So if you look at the number of years that I've stayed with my family, most of the time I was away from them. Now that I'm with them, I think it's the best gift.
Which is good. What inspires you in life?
Serving people is what inspires me. Seeing people happy. And happy when I make them happy. When I see them happy, if I didn't make them happy, I feel happy, but I feel like I should be part of that happiness. So I'm positive to the fact that I would love to see people comfortable in their own skin. And Waswahili wanasema sipendi watu wanajiongeza sana. I like to admit people the way they were born, naturally.
Let's say in terms of talking to people, have you ever faced like kuna vile watu wakuana kusikiza, tuseme una explain you have to do this, but then they have another thing that they're thinking. So what step do you take to talk to them so that they may be able to understand what you're trying to imply is something which is positive?
Okay, in life, you cannot expect people to listen to you. You just have to make them understand. First and foremost, you need to understand the purpose why you're talking to them. Then you need to understand the position they are in before you even impose your own position. You understand the situations they are in before you impose your own position. And when you talk to them and they don't take what you're telling them, you admit the fact that they are unique individuals and therefore they have their own mind and they have their own choices. So I normally use a different approach. I will tell them, for example, if a person misbehaves and they're in this country and it is a new country, I'll tell them, I would like you to remember the day you took that flight here. Are you proud that what you're doing today is exactly what brought you here? So again, that takes that person back. And maybe, in a way, it might remind them that, look, they have to behave better. And sometimes it works. God intervenes most of the time.
Yeah. So do you have an organization bringing Kenyan together? Like the time you meet and talk?
Yes, we normally do have. The challenge is that most Kenyans here are working, and you might not be in a position to meet all Kenyans at once. We actually have 60,000 Kenyans and counting, which is a big number. And even if you rent a stadium and all Kenyans are given some time off, it will be too big a crowd. So normally we are few. And the few that we talk to are leaders, and those leaders are able to cascade the information to the rest of the people. So I know if I tell one leader who has 100 or so people, the information will reach the others. Sometimes you need to live with belief.
The other time there was an event about this investing on building homes.
Yeah.
So how did you comprehend that? Because there's people that are coming to invest on homes, and I heard that others they're being lied to, they send money at home. So how do you manage to help people, especially Kenyan, waweze kuingia in such organization to help them solve while they're still working here?
Okay, there's one bit of me that I didn't point out. At some point in time, I was ambushed to become a chairperson of one of the circles here. We have two circles. One is KQD Circle, another one is Cornish Circle. So when I was given the responsibility, my role was to deliver projects. And one of the projects that we delivered was Konza project, where some of the members of our circle were able to buy the land, and we followed through until they got their title deeds, which was very good for me. So immediately after we achieved that, I felt like I have achieved enough. I can hand over a chairperson to someone else for this circle. And that's what we did. So again, at some 3 years back, we were having several other organizations coming here to sell land and also houses. And some of us managed to get land in Kenya. There are people who bought land in Kampala at sandy beaches, and then others bought in proper luxury. I happen to be a proud owner of one house. And it's been a good journey. I mean, when I provide Kenyans with an opportunity to invest, whether they choose or they don't, is their choice. But I feel like it's part and parcel of making their life better. So when they come, it makes me feel good. When they choose to invest, it makes me feel better.
What about those people, like other Kenyans, they're coming here from Kenya to work here, but they come, they find there is no work here. Do you manage to talk to them and help them, or the organization is not supporting them?
Yeah, sometimes those issues are related to agency, and agencies are managed by organizations. One of the organizations is labor. They normally register those agencies. Some people end up being duped. They go to agencies who are wrong, who are not part and parcel of those people who have been approved. So when they come here, they find themselves in trouble. They will definitely call me as a chairperson. Oh, I've come here, I have an issue. Like I just received a call today in relation to the same. A person came in, worked with a company, the company was not good, they wanted to leave, then they had a problem. Now, those problems are actually tricky. And they are tricky because some of them, you look at the situation, is that they have moved away from their company, they've gone to another company without following the rules. So one of the biggest problems we have is that people don't understand the laws of this land. So they might make a mistake without knowing. So what do I suggest? That people should be informed about this country and the laws of this country before they take that flight. That's my suggestion. That will solve most of this problem.
Where do you get support from mostly?
I get support from the embassy, which is my point of call, because the embassy happens to be the area where the ambassador resides, and the ambassador is the patron of all organizations for any country within diaspora. So that is one area. Another area is I get support from groups which are organized. Like here we have Green Masai, we have FC Kenya, we have Kenya Moja, we have Safari Pamoja, and other groups who are organizing themselves. And these groups provide me with a platform where I can send information and it will go all the way. Part of my support is my cushion, and my cushion is my family. My family is actually giving me the peace. If they were not giving me peace, I wouldn't serve people peacefully. I think that is something that I have to mention.
In life, have you ever faced something God has really forgotten me?
there comes a time when people think like that, but my religion doesn't allow me to say that. Why? Because my religion tells me that everything that happens to you, whether good or bad, there is an intention. So I just go back and say, God, I know this is no good, but you know better. So I fall back every other time I feel like I'm not favored. I look at it like there must be a silver lining somewhere. And that pulls me through.
Okay. Yeah. So what message do you have for Kenyans living in diaspora?
Qatar and diaspora is a new land. And when you go to Rome, do as the Romans do. You should not expect yourself to be treated the same way you're treated at home, because here or anywhere else in the diaspora, people have different cultures. People have different traditions. Laws are not the same, so you need to behave in a manner likely to suggest that you understand and appreciate the land that you work. And also you've got to have character, and that your character should be truthfulness, you should be obedient, and you should be focused on what you're doing. And if you know what brought you here, then do it.
And for those people who are planning to come here, some people, they may think you're working here, it's very easy.
It's not easy. If work was easy, people would not be paid. If today you're told to sleep and out of your sleep you're going to be paid, you will find it hard. For as long as it is branded as work, that work brand itself makes it hard. I believe when you're doing YouTube, which most people will think it is easy, to you it's not easy because you have to look for people, and they don't know that. So work in itself will be hard, but you have to be hard.
What about for the haters? Which message do you have for them? Because of course you're there, and some people, they are not happy you being there.
No, I love it. I love it because if I don't get criticism, I will not change and behave properly. Sometimes they say something which is actually something I need to change. So I don't like to be living with people who say yes all the time. So haters, please let me know what I can do better.
The last question, in 5 years, where do you see yourself to be?
In 5 years?
Yeah.
I'm old now. I see myself retiring as a farmer.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm 53. I'm 58. It will be too much to call for work. So I need to go and rest and enjoy what I've been struggling to do.
Inshallah. I really appreciate your time. And I pray to God to always be with you and your family, and akupe nguvu in everything that you do.
Thank you.
Anything last you want to say?
Let's do what is right at the right time. And if we don't know anything, we should not shy away. We should ask. We will fail, but failure is a step towards success.
Hakuna kitu rahisi.
Hakuna kitu rahisi. Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Thank you.
And guys, for watching and subscribe. Bye.
Goodbye.
Strong, look yourself in the mirror.